So the reason we built Knowledge Center is if you had a flow that you wanted to share a file in, and you have, your flow feeds on this side, to find that file, you'd have to scroll through your flow feed and locate the post individually with that file, and then locate the file and open the file from there. It's super, super manual, not very user-friendly. So what Knowledge Center does is basically an aggregate of all of the files shared in flows that you have visibility into or have participated in. So for example, if there's like a company-wide flow, and I'll demo to you some use cases in just a second, but if you have a company-wide flow, and there are files shared in there, it's going to show up in everybody in the company's Knowledge Center. So they'll be able to search for it, filter for it, access it directly from here without ever having to go back to the post first. So what you're seeing here, all of these are files that are shared in flows that I have visibility into. So there's been a lot shared in assembly throughout time. And, if I'm looking for, okay, I want to see everything that's been shared in Pets of Assembly, I can filter by that and my Knowledge Center will show it. So we built this as a way for you to really centrally locate any resources or any photos or any videos that you have shared all in one place. So you don't have to go back to your flow feed at all to find these. As a general overview of how these files get in here, you can't just directly upload a file into the Knowledge Center. It has to be associated to a flow. And that's just because if you allow anybody to just directly upload files in there without any sort of context or way of grouping them into like a folder being a flow, it just gets really messy and unclean in here. So the only way to put your file in here is to participate in a flow and add it that way. And again, they will show up here directly. If you delete the flow or archive the flow, they will disappear. So if you have a contest that you want to archive it, you don't want it to be available anymore, all of those will be removed from the Knowledge Center. So just kind of a heads up on that. Another thing is, I mentioned visibility before. So if I was to go back into, let's go into Pets of Assembly, for example. If I want to make this just like a, department-wide pets channel, like say the whole company doesn't really care about this and I want to make it specific departments only, I can do this with custom and just change it this way and add, department is engineering, for example, and do it this way. The engineering team would be the only people that can see those files in the Knowledge Center. And, they would lose access to the flow as well. So just in case you're like, oh, okay, this flow, I want to make it available to more people or less people, or I don't want people to see these files, or I want people to see these files, that's all managed from this viewer section here within each individual flow. So one more, it's share, viewers, and this is how you change it in general for your flow, and it will reflect in your Knowledge Center. So also kind of in the similar vein, I mentioned this before, but you can't delete files directly from here. That's for a multitude of reasons, but if you are the owner of the file, or if you're the person who posted the file, or you're the flow owner, only those two people ever have access to delete anything from flows and the Knowledge Center. So for now, if you want to remove a file, you delete the post that it was associated to. So I don't want IT quick tips to be in here. I go to post, I delete the post, and then I come back to the Knowledge Center. You'll see that it's gone. So that's how you delete it. So just some use cases for this. We have plenty that you can use this for. So in general, like I said, any flow where a file attachment is possible, whether it's via an open-ended block attachment or whether it's through a file upload block directly, any file that's ever shared will show up in the Knowledge Center. If the flow is archived, or if the post is deleted, or if you lose visibility into that flow, it will get removed from your Knowledge Center. So let's just quickly build a, let's say, customer bug report. Make this a bug. This is kind of a tangent, but I think it's valuable. Let's do this actually. Describe your issue and include a screenshot or video of it below. Do this, create the flow, share this flow. So the participants and viewers are within your assembly. And so if you choose your participants, if likely it's not going to be anyone within your company. So you can leave this, you can change the visibility to be, if it's IT or if it's engineering or whomever that's meant to see these issues, you can change it here. But how you make things publicly available is in this link access setting. So if anybody's familiar with Google Docs, it's a very similar pattern. You can have it be anyone with the link. So if you confirm that, I could share this with all of you right here and you could participate in it and it would show up in my assembly. And this is a long-winded way of explaining how anonymous works in the Knowledge Center. So right now with this version of like public participation, all of the answers are anonymous. So we don't collect any identifiable information on our end. So all of the answers will show up as anonymous. So if I was to answer this, actually I'm logged in, so this is not I'm not the right person to answer this right now. But if I were to go into Knowledge Center, we have other flows where people have participated anonymously. So these are either anonymous files from people within your company from a flow you made anonymous, or they could be external participants as well. So just a quick little side tip on, public flows and how to make and customer feedback super easy, or if you're looking to gauge interest on something, or if you're looking for people, if it's a public contest, for example, like show us how you, if you have a consumer product, like show us how you use this product, share a video, share a photo. You can do all of that within assembly, and then all of those results will show up here.